Start by removing your side panels and your insulation. You can take the plug out of your chain case. You can remove your muffler, get all the springs off there.
We have to pull that bolt too. The manifold.
Unplug everything from your chain case and drain your chain case. You can empty the whole thing. Keep track of those plugs. This is what my oil looked like. Realistically, not that bad. Not too many metal shavings. Make sure you've removed all your bolts in your chain case and kept track of which ones go where. There is one with a copper washer you'll want to keep track of.
Those look pretty good.
Alright, chain case is off. Chain is untensioned. Another clip I forgot to video is this cap that comes out of the center of your drive shaft on the chain case side. We found out that the easiest way to pull it out was with a wood screw driven directly into the plastic, just barely, and then use a hammer to pull it out. The other side can be done like this with a broomstick. At this point, I forgot to film, but you need to take the female piece of the TKI kit and heavily lubricate the outside of it with the Loctite that he provides for you. You need to drive it through the brake caliper side of your drive shaft and make sure that it is attached correctly to dry overnight and given the full time it needs to cure. It's also worth noting that you should clean out the inside of your drive shaft of any debris or leftover grease as well as possible. Once you've driven it through, this is what you should see on the other side here, is the machined aluminum coming through right there, sitting on that shoulder. You'll want to get that piece with the temporary washer installed quickly and allow that Loctite its best opportunity to dry and seal. New piece is in, Loctite is drying. This is temporary, it holds it in place. So after the Loctite set overnight, you can see this is our new piece in here, the machined aluminum. And we take out our temporary washer. Cleaned this off already with parts cleaner. Now I'm gonna blue Loctite it and stick it back in there. Blue Loctite. And now this goes back in. Next step, torque at 40 pounds. Oh yeah. Alright, so we got the piece in there officially, torqued to 40 pounds. We pulled out the washer and the temporary washer. Now we got to put the magnet in for the speedometer, which will sit right in there, and then gears and stuff go back on. All right, this is the original plastic insert for the speedometer. It has 4 little magnets and came out of the center of that before we put that in. So we're gonna replace it with Tom's new one. Looks much nicer, heavier duty. All right, and we take this. Ta-da. All right, new pieces in. Before you reinstall the chain and the gear onto the drive shaft, I recommend putting the chain on the gear and then sliding it onto the drive shaft. It makes your life much easier. One gear. All right, we got the gear back installed, the circlip installed, chains back on, about to tension it. All right, so we got this tensioned with the driver real quick, just to get it kind of where we need it. This is sloppy, loose chain tension, not what we want. So we're gonna go, it's basically 1/2 turn and 2 half turns, and then I'll go 0.5. 3 half turns. I can feel it getting tighter now. And that's pretty close to what all the pros are saying on YouTube. So, want like pretty much nothing in here. And then over here, just about that. I'll make sure it's not slapping the inside of the case. And from there, it's all kind of preference, a little tighter, a little looser, depending on what you're feeling. And then as far as our clutch goes, we really only have 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch of play back and forth. So, I'm gonna call that good. Put all your bolts back in. And then your plugs. At this point, we need to refill the chain case. 1 whole container of Skidoo XPS, whatever, synthetic chain oil. If you emptied your chain oil, you were able to buy the Skidoo XPS chain oil and put the whole container in there, and that's the correct amount for the Gen 4 and Gen 5.
Okay. Then we're good.
Done. Throw the side panel on, go ride.